So it says how to ensure a variety of resources. It says use at least 3 different trusted resources in your research, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but Wikipedia is not a trusted resource, okay? Because anybody can go on Wikipedia and edit it and change everything.
But they got actual like editors and fact checkers now.
We'll talk about that then, okay? So we have at least, 3 different trusted resources. If it's .org, then it is one of the most trusted resources because it's by the government, but it's not by the government. Does that make sense? Like, it's a foundation that's gone through all these certifications. Don't talk while I'm talking. That's your warning for today. That's gone through all these certifications in order to get the .org. So .orgs are one of our most trusted, reliable resources. We're going to gather information from different authors, point of view, and geographic regions. We're going to use a variety of media formats. So we can do articles, you guys can do videos. Podcasts are kind of hard, and video it's just like a video because you have to look or you have to listen. Okay. So it says, why do informational writers use a variety of resources? So we're going to read this article, and then that is your warning. Next time you earn and learning points for talking out. Then we're going to answer these questions. Okay, but first we're going to read this article. I already have. All right. It says, once upon a time, in a small village lived 5 blind men. One day, an elephant wandered into the village, and the blind men were curious. They had never been able to see an elephant before. I don't know what we're able to look at, said one man. But why not go out anyways? We can touch the elephant, and that'll help us understand what it is like. The other blind men quickly agreed and set out to find the elephant. They all went to where the elephant was and started to feel the giant animal. The first man touched the tail and declared, the elephant is like a broom. It is a long, thin stick with a soft straw end. No way, exclaimed the second man, who's touching the elephant's leg. An elephant is like a tall, wide pillar. Oh no, an elephant is wide, but it is not round like a pillar. It is a solid wall right in front of me, said the third man, who was touching the broad side of the elephant's belly. The fourth man, touching its ear, said, an elephant is definitely not like a wall. It is like a paper fan, wide and fluttering in the wind. The final blind man was very confused as he touched the elephant's long trunk. He said, I only feel something like a tube or a hose. I cannot understand how anybody would think an elephant is a broom or a pillar or a fan or a wall. What is the problem? Asked a wise man who happened to be passing by. He saw the puzzled looks of the faces of the men and wanted to help. Since we cannot see the elephant, explained one blind man, we decided to touch it to understand what it was like. However, we cannot agree because we all seem to be feeling something different. I understand, said the wise man with kindness in his voice. Actually, all of you are correct. Each one of you is touching a different part of the elephant and gaining a different perspective on this large animal. The elephant has all the individual features that you describe, but to fully understand an elephant, you need to experience all of its features. So, this first question here, it says, in what ways were the blind men correct in their observations about the elephant? What ways were they correct? Yes.
They were all touching different parts of the body of it.
So they were correctly describing the elephant. Describing different parts, of the elephant from their own perspective.
Yes. It's not the thing is, you're not